one thing that I think you certainly are experiencing as someone who's definitely a very senior engineer, as you begin to master down and get better and better at your craft, how do you frame success beyond being a senior engineer now that you've been in the game for quite some time and have accomplished plenty of things? What do you view as success? Because I think I could see myself, and I've heard it from other people who are deeper on in their careers, who reach a point where the engineering problems are the engineering problems, and they do have a life outside of work. So taking on new, larger challenges that would be very time intensive or would require a lot of time investment aren't necessarily feasible to some extent. What do you see as success beyond being a senior engineer?
That's a great question. It's something I've been actually grappling a lot with lately. To give a little context for my personal side of that is, I've been at Procore, we have a level beyond senior called staff, and beyond that, it's principal. And I'm a staff engineer here. And one of the expectations of staff engineers is they are kind of that team leader on the technical aspect. And I've been in that position before as a tech lead on a team. But then I came here, I was on a bit of an understaffed team. And so, yes, I was the team leader, but when there are two people, there's not much that really means.
Yeah.
You still work together for everything. You can make all the decisions together.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to planning meetings together. It's all fine. And then as I've stepped into this team and we've hired and I've become kind of the team leader for multiple people, one of the biggest things I've noticed is this changing definition of success for yourself from, before it meant getting this task done, getting this feature done, driving this initiative forward by myself. That's no longer success for me. Success for me actually is now transferring this idea to my team so that they get it done. They drive this initiative forward. They go out there and communicate with the cross-functional team. And in the meantime, my job becomes, while my team is focused on feature X right now, I'm figuring out what feature Y is going to require in order to make sure that feature Y is unblocked when we get to that point. I'm figuring out who feature Y depends on so that I know the contacts we need to go communicate with. Maybe I'm communicating with some of them already. Maybe I'm just preparing it so that when the team's ready to work on feature Y, I can just say, you need to go talk to this team to coordinate this portion of the work.
And what does your time split look like now? Is it mostly that forward focus looking and coordinating and managerial, or even helping others in the team? And how much of it is execution at the code level or at the project level? Is it mostly 50-50? What's the split on that?
I think it's 60 to 70, 30. Most of my time these days is spent on kind of the strategic side, and I don't have to do the people manager side of things. Procore has a pretty good split there of we have a manager on the team. His job is to do the large team to team negotiations, priority setting and all that. That happens on the manager side. And then I'm kept in the loop on those so that I can speak to, yes, this other team is asking for this, but we need to do this right now. And I can help set that direction.
Okay.
I have a little bit of resourcing control. I do sometimes say, hey, so-and-so, I need you to go work on this. But most of the time it's kind of a collaboration with my manager to say, we need to get this done. I think this person's the right person for it. And we choose that resourcing together.
Gotcha.
But yeah, 60 to 70% of my time right now is focused on the long-term vision of the team and keeping whatever comes next unblocked and making sure they stay unblocked on what they're currently working on. And the rest of my time is, some of it's still getting down and dirty on my own code. A lot of times, Procore is very collaborative. So a lot of times that right now, the coding side of it is hopping in with one of my coworkers and actually pairing with them on some feature work or configuration change.